Hi, I'm Dr. Kathleen Hartford, and welcome to the 10 Habits of Health Rejuvenation. Today we want to look at hormone balance. Now, this is an area that most women think is important to them, but I've got news for you. It's important to everyone. When we look at hormones, we're not just looking at estrogen for women or testosterone for men. We also have to talk about insulin and how that affects our body, especially in the wake of type 2 diabetes and the fact that they're saying a third of our children will become diabetic that were born in the year 2000. So think about that. A third of the children born in the year 2000 will become type 2 diabetic. So insulin is going to be one of the hormones I really want to look at today. And what we want to understand is that insulin is released in response to sugar. So when we're eating that high carbohydrate diet, which sort of is a standard American diet, those processed carbohydrates that we all sort of love and crave, when we're doing that, that's when we start to spike our insulin. If we do that repeatedly, what occurs is something called cell wall resistance, and that cell wall resistance sets us up for metabolic syndrome. And metabolic syndrome is actually the beginning of accelerated aging, which leads to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, which is what we're talking about, our diseases of osteoporosis, many of our lifestyle cancers. So we want to make sure that we are balancing our insulin. The way we do that is to go back to one of our earlier discussions on what should your plate look like. And what we want to make sure is that we have nutrient-dense foods. So we're looking at 2/3 of our plate being alkaline based. That's going to be our vegetables, maybe a little bit of carbohydrate, but a high quality carbohydrate like a brown rice, maybe mixed with beans, and protein the size of the palm of your hand. So insulin is one of our most important hormones. And by the way, there are many, many hormones. We're really just going to talk on the three major ones today. For men, testosterone is so important. And what we're finding is so many couples are having a hard time conceiving. And sometimes that's because of the estrogen and testosterone imbalance within their own body. So what you want to do, if you truly believe that you have a problem with testosterone, go and have your blood tested, or go see an integrated wellness practitioner that deals in this field. And women, for estrogen, I want to talk about estrogen a minute because it can be that necessary evil that so many of us, we don't like it, and then we hit menopause and we say we wish we had some. Estrogen is very, very important for many things. And one of the things that happens and why it sort of drives us so much is estrogen and our hormones have to be conjugated by our liver. So if you're having problems with, emotional fluctuations during your cycle where you're getting, and listen to these, we talk about Chinese medicine a lot in these little clips. Chinese medicine says that the emotions of the liver are anger, resentment, gall, stubborn, emotionally repressed, depressed, indecisive, irrationality, frustration, aggression. Does that sound like anyone you know at least one time a month? So if you're starting to get where you find yourself angry and resentful, the same with men, start to look at, if this doesn't make sense, I'm really overreacting here, start to look at your hormonal balance. And for those types of situations, I would suggest that you find a good integrated wellness practitioner to perhaps help decongest your liver a little bit so that you can conjugate those hormones, balance your hormones easily, and move forward in life in a graceful, peaceful way. Another thing you want to be aware of and steer away from are hormones in the milk, hormones in our meat. So I really suggest that you go organic in every way you can. Organic foods really help us to sort of balance that toxic load. And we're going to talk about that in our next clip. But when we look at all of those, sometimes it's medication, sometimes it's antibiotics in our meat. Our body's not meant to have those. So as much as possible, go organic, eat food the way it comes out of Mother Earth, balance that plate the way we discussed, and you'll never be at risk of an imbalance in your estrogen, testosterone, or insulin. For more information on this, or if you would like to have a consultation, you can call my office. You can visit www.drkathleenhartford.com. Remember, there are 9 other habits of health rejuvenation, so I hope you visit our site to experience and listen to all of those. Thank you so much and have a great day.